Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Today, we'll be breaking down why we think Taiwan war is closer than you think, and why we believe the USA will be supporting it sooner than you expect. So, welcome back to our channel, where we break down the latest in tech, finance, and politics. We're diving into a topic that's hotter than jalapenos in a sauna, and we're talking about the potential for a Taiwan China conflict and the role of, wait for it, a semiconductor company. Yeah, you heard that right. Stay tuned for our end analysis and our thoughts on when this conflict could happen. First off, let's talk about TSMC. No, it's not a boy band, it's the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. And these guys are the LeBron James of chip making. They're the world's largest contract chip maker, supplying tech giants like Apple and Nvidia. And if TSMC sneezes, the whole global economy catches a cold. Now, TSMC is building a 40 billion factory in Arizona, USA, with the support from the US government. That's right, $40 billion. With that kind of money, you could buy 10 billion cups of coffee or 4 billion Big Macs, or even 80 million PS5 consoles if you can find them in stock. In June 2023, TSMC announced they're sending more workers from Taiwan to Arizona. It's like they're assembling the Avengers, but instead of fighting Thanos, they're speeding up the construction of this mega factory in Arizona. But why should you care about a factory in Arizona, you say? Well, my friend, here's where it gets interesting. You see, with this new factory, the USA wouldn't be as vulnerable to disruptions in TSMC's operations due to a conflict in Taiwan. It's like having a backup generator when the power goes out. This could potentially make the USA more willing to fully support Taiwan with military power, even if the TSMC factory in Taiwan is damaged. Doing that right now would be suicide to the economy, to the global economy, and the US will get very little support from its current global partners. Now let's add some context to this. Tensions between Taiwan and China have been escalating. Taiwan, officially known as the Republic of China, has been a self-governing independently of mainland China since 1949. However, the People's Republic of China, which is China, mainland China, the one we know, they view Taiwan as a renegade province and vow to eventually unify Taiwan with the mainland. This has led to a complex and tense relationship. China's leader Xi Jinping has made reunification a cornerstone of his political policy, vowing that either through diplomacy or through force, Taiwan will be brought back into the motherland or the motherland fold. The situation has been heating up since the election of Taiwanese President Tsai in 2016. Beijing has taken increasingly aggressive actions, including flying fighter jets near the island, and some analysts fear that a Chinese attack on Taiwan could draw the United States into a war with China. So, what we're saying is the fate of a potential Taiwan-China conflict could hinge on semiconductors. It's like a Hollywood thriller, but with more silicon and fewer car chases. But here's the twist. Not everyone at TSMC is thrilled about this Arizona project. According to a report from the New York Times, some employees are skeptical about the $40 billion investment, and they worry it could distract from the company's research and development goals and focuses, and are more hesitant about potential cultural clashes in the United States. The Arizona factory is a huge undertaking, and it's not without its challenges. The construction cost is reportedly at least 4 times higher than in Taiwan, driven by labor expenses, permits, regulatory compliances, and inflation. And let's not forget about the potential cultural differences between the Taiwanese and American employees. So, despite these concerns, TSMC is still pushing forward. The factory is expected to start producing microchips by 2024, and if all goes well, it could be a game changer for the US tech strategy and a safety net for global economy. And this comes to our conclusion, where we believe once it's up and running, The United States will ramp up its military support of the island and give them more support in pushing back on Chinese military incursions and aggression. We do not believe the United States or China would want a full-blown war with each other, but a Ukraine-style situation is most likely. For the US, this keeps China busy and contained. Sanctions can be placed on them, but they do not have the same level of dependency on Taiwan as they do now, so the fallout won't be as bad. China, in return from watching the situation in Ukraine, is working hard to create an alternative to SWIFT, so sanctions don't have the same effect they did on Russia. It is also doing war games and working to see how it could influence the upcoming Taiwan elections to possibly have a more favorable leader in Taiwan. If that doesn't happen, then we believe 2024, early 2025, we will most likely see a military conflict between Taiwan and China, with the US supporting Taiwan, which is something they currently are not willing to do, even though publicly they say they are. So there you have it, folks. The fate of the global tech, finance, and politics, or potentially world peace, all tied up in a semiconductor factory in Arizona. This is a complex and evolving situation. We'll be keeping a close eye on it, so make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stay updated. And remember, in the world of tech, finance, and politics, it's always more than meets there's always more than meets the eye. Until next time, this is Ari signing off. Stay curious, stay informed, and always stay awake.